Namaste, namaste, and welcome to Monday Midday Chair Yoga. You are so welcome today. Today we are focused on our heart chakras, the space in the center of the chest, going through the body from front to back. And it is just a lovely space to work with. It is, of course, the space where we sometimes hold a trauma or sadness, as well as our sense of love and healing and nurturing and compassion and kindness. So bear that in mind when you're working with the heart chakra. If something comes up, if you feel a little bit overwhelmed or with some sad feelings, that's not unusual. It's okay to have sad feelings. Just let them come out in whichever way works best for you, and you'll feel lighter for it at the end. If you have lost somebody, it's always nice to remember them with some fond memory, if that is available to you. We are going to practice lots of movements across the chest and shoulders and arms and hands today, but we're going to begin our practice with a mudra, so a gesture of the hands. Let me come close to the camera so I can show you exactly what to do. And this is always a bit odd when I get really close. The gesture for our heart chakra, the mudra, is to take the first finger and bend it into the base of the thumb, and then wrap the thumb slightly over it, bring the middle and ring fingers to the thumb tip and extend the little finger. So you take the first finger and bend it into the base of the thumb, middle and ring fingers, thumb tip to those tips, and then extend the little finger. So if this position is hard because your hands don't enjoy it or they feel sore in it, just simply hold your hands in any comfortable position. But if you're able to do this mudra, then we're going to rest our hands towards our heart centers or on our laps, as you choose, and take a little gentle lift through the back of the body, softening the shoulders down, maybe closing the eyes or gazing gently downwards. We're going to tune into that sense of nurture, compassion, and kindness today. Allowing our hearts to open. Last week, we focused on directing that compassion inward towards ourselves, and you can always do that. But this week, we're going to focus on releasing or expanding that sense of kindness and compassion out into our wider communities, to the people around us, or the places, the animals, the environment around us. All of these things also deserve our compassion. With your hands resting on your chest, take your awareness to that sense of contact between the hands and the chest. And then tune into your breath. Perhaps you can feel the gentle rise and fall of the body as you breathe. Perhaps that feeling is enhanced by the placement here of the hands. With each breath in, we draw prana into our heart chakra. We fill it with light and energy. And with each breath out, it can expand into our bodies and the space around us. As the energy expands through your body, find it softening the forehead, the jaw, the area around the eyes, the shoulders. Take a few more deeper breaths. With your next breath in, feel the breath lift you tall. And as you breathe out, allow your feet and your buttocks to sink deeper into their support and the crown of the head to stay lifted. We're going to gently take the chin towards the chest, relax the hands out of their position and release the arms down to the side or to the lap. And from here, roll the right ear towards the right shoulder and the chin back towards the chest and the left ear to the left shoulder and chin to chest. Gently going from side to side, taking your time, feeling the sensation created by the movement across the neck, that sensation into the chest, the shoulders, the upper back. We'll go one more time from side to side. Before meeting in the center with the chin towards the chest. From here, raising your head upright, bottom teeth over top teeth to lift the chin forward and up and feel that length into the top of the chest. Gently releasing back to center and perhaps releasing chin towards chest again if you'd wish to. And when you're ready, returning the head upright and just rolling the shoulders a few times. We can go in the opposite direction as well. So the lovely mudra that we practiced, it's great to use any time that you feel you need to tap into that energy of compassion and kindness and love. So particularly if you are dealing with a challenging situation or challenging feelings towards yourself, it can be really useful for that. I totally forgot to mention what we're going to need today at the beginning of the class, so I'm going to do that now. We have got a block to hand. A block is here only if you need it. And we've got a couple of little hand weights. These ones should not more than 1.5 kilos or 3 pounds, so lighter if you prefer. I have also got a stretchy band. It is over the back of my chair here. You could substitute just a normal belt, but it's harder to do this practice with that. So if you need to, doing the practice without the belt, no problem at all. And I've got my blanket over the back of my chair. The reason for that will become apparent later, but that's where we need it. So we're going to start with just some lovely rolls through the wrists. We can go in both directions. Nice, long, expansive fingers. And we're going to do the same thing, but with the thumbs wrapped into the palms of the hands and the fingers wrapped around, and a lovely roll through the wrists. Here, you don't need to have your arms up. You can have them down if that's more restful for your shoulders. Just trying to explore your full range of movement without strain. And we'll go the opposite way as well. Very nice. When you're ready, just shaking out the wrists, we're going to swing the arms gently here at the sides of the body. And what we're aiming for is a gentle push back and then the arms to just release forward with their momentum. So we're trying to engage a little bit in the upper back, but have that sense of the shoulders lifting up and down. Very nice. Try not to whack your chair as I've just done. And when you're ready, you can release the arms back down to the sides. Just give the shoulders a little glide. I'm just going to pop my belt to one side for now. Set your feet perhaps a little bit wider apart, just making sure that you've got some nice firm support with the back of the body. We're going to breathe in to open the arms nice and wide and breathe out to round through the spine, bringing the backs of the hands towards each other, nice and firm through the belly. Breathing in to open the arms nice and wide. If you can, glide your elbows into the sides of the waist. Breathing out to round through the spine, chin to chest, and backs of the hands together. Breathing in to open, maybe drawing the elbows a little firmer in, and maybe the hands a little further back. Breathing out to round. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's do just one more of these. Breathing in. Breathing out. And we're going to finish by breathing in to take the arms and just set them nice and wide. Elbows bent. As you look to one side or the other, make sure that your elbows aren't back with the hands facing forward. We want them to be nice and upright. If it's difficult for you to get the elbows at shoulder or chest height, you can have them a little bit lower, no problem at all. But keeping the hands back, keeping that sense of really engaging the upper back. We're going to press into the feet and lengthen into the crown of the head. Breathe in here, and as you breathe out, gently twist to your right. Breathe in back to the center, and breathing out, twisting to the left. Use the feet for support. Breathing into center, breathing out as you twist. Breathing into center, and breathing out as you twist. As we go, keep going from side to side. Don't be tempted to reach the arm across the body to make the twist. We want to set the position of the shoulders and move the shoulders and chest as one unit. Lovely job. We'll do one more to each side. Keeping that lovely lift and that beautiful engagement with the feet and the belly muscles. And then coming back to center, reaching the arms wide and then floating them down to the side. Let your shoulders roll or release in any way that feels good. Give your chest a little shimmer if you like. Fabulous. We are going to keep this position of the body, but sit really tall and just gently reach from one side to the other. So reaching up and over, up and over. If it feels a little bit tiring for the shoulders and arms to be involved like this, you can have the arms down and the hands resting to your sides or sliding up and down the side of the chair as you choose. And just joining in with as much of the instruction as feels right for your body in this moment. The next time you come over to your right, we're going to hang out in this bend towards the right side. You might like to put your right hand on your hip or on the chair, or maybe just reach it down. And then here in this position, we can roll the left shoulder backwards slightly to look upwards, and then roll the left shoulder slightly forwards to look down. And here, as we roll backwards and forwards in this side bend, we want to be moving at a place that feels at ease. There's no forcing or straining or discomfort. As we come forward, this time you can reach the left arm down across the body and around to center. Roll the shoulders a couple of times, and then we do the same thing to the other side. Let's start with some gentle swaying. Swaying to the left, swaying to the right, nice and firm in the feet, firm in the belly muscles. Doing those lovely side reaches. This time as we come to the left, we're going to hang out there, maybe hand on hip, hand on chair, or reaching down, just reaching over into that left side bend. Check the effort of the belly muscles and then rolling the right shoulder backwards and rolling the right shoulder forwards. This beautiful spiral through the rib cage, great for releasing tension across the upper back. We're going to do one more, rolling back and open, rolling forward and releasing the right arm across the body and down. As we come to center, we're going to roll back up again. And we're going to finish this sequence with a little forward bend, but we're going to make it quite active. So taking the feet a little bit wider apart, we're going to start by breathing in to open the front of the body and the hands wide. As you breathe out, hands to the thighs and slide the hands forward towards the knees or wherever feels comfortable to hold. We're leaning forward, but we're not rounding forward. So not like this, but instead lengthening out of the base of the spine, trying to bring our tailbone back as the crown of the head comes forward. Nice lift in the belly muscles. And we're just going to press gently from one side to the other. So we're leaning forward and we're doing a gentle sway. Now you could be much higher up if that's where your back feels lengthened, or you can make your shimmers a lot smaller as you sway from side to side. If you're comfortable, you can go a little deeper. Always feel welcome to do that if it feels like the right thing for your body. When we've created a little space with these movements, particularly across the low back area, then we're going to come to center and slide the hands down towards the ankles as the body drapes between the knees, and maybe even the crown of the head can release slightly. Do make sure you've got enough of your body on the chair so it feels supported. And here at the bottom, you can hold shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, if you like. For a gentle nod of the head, and a gentle turn of the head, a gentle nod of the head, and a gentle turn of the head. When you're ready to come up, hands come to the legs and slide the hands up to the knees first. Look forward, lengthen the body as you come up to an upright position. So we're trying to move from the hips rather than rounding through the spine. When you come to the top of the movement, take your time. Perhaps you feel like you need a moment just to release the blood back to all the places it's supposed to be. And then we'll finish this sequence with a couple of cleansing breaths. Breathing in to take the arms around the body and up. Breathing out to draw the palms together at the center of the chest. And let's do one more. Breathing in, arms around the body and up. Breathing out, palms together at the center of the chest. You might finish also with a chin to chest moment, just to stretch out any kinks in the back of the neck. Smile to yourself and then raise your head and open your eyes. Awesome sauce, guys. Wonderful job. So before we could do this next practice standing or sitting, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to do it sitting down because so many of our chair yogis are seated in their practice, and we do quite a lot of our practice standing. We're going to come to do some standing work just after this. So I've got my lovely stretchy band here, and it's great to do this with a stretchy band if you can. We want to keep the band taut throughout the practice, so we don't want it to go wobbly or loose in the middle, but we don't need to have it pulled super, super wide. So just enough to keep that tension on the band. We're going to release the band down to the legs and have the arms maybe just a touch wider than the body. Firm your feet down, lengthen the crown of the head up, firm the belly muscles. You're going to breathe in to lift the band up in front of the body with nice long arms, and breathe out and down. So as you come up, you're coming up to a point that feels good to your body, breathing out and down. And each time we breathe, we want to maybe find a little bit more space to come up and down. And here, as we move, perhaps just checking that your shoulders aren't moving with you to begin with. So we want to begin to firm these muscles that support the shoulders by working with the shoulders down. If you find that you can't get any higher with the hands this narrow, you simply give yourself a little bit more room on the band. Still keep it taut, but going a little bit further. It's much more comfortable to do it with the arms slightly further apart. So do take that comfort if you would like to. Gently up to open the chest, feeling that length through the body, and gently down. Let's do one more, trying to get that full range of movement. Gently up and gently down. Then as you come up this time, we're going to hold. So making sure you've got plenty of room, coming up to hold, and we're going to breathe in to lift the shoulders up and then settle the shoulders down. And that'll tell you if your shoulders were up, perhaps when you didn't think they were. And we also want to avoid opening the ribs forward. So we just want to keep a nice action across the belly muscles so that we can keep the ribs in their natural place. And then here, I'm going to do this facing straight on. We're going to leave the left arm in place and try and pull the right arm down to the right side. Doesn't matter where it gets to. And gently come back to the center. Breathe in the center, same thing as we breathe out to the opposite side. Breathe in back to the center. Breathing out as you pull down. Breathing in back to the center. Breathing out as you pull the left arm down. So as we go from side to side, just trying to keep that sense of strength and center and stability on the side that's staying still and using the side that isn't. Very nice. We're going to take a little break here, breathing in at the top, breathing out to bring the belt down to rest onto the legs. Oh my goodness, give the shoulders a little roll out. Make any movements that feel good with the neck as well. And feel free just to take some time to release the hands as well if you need to. Very good. So it is quite strong work in the upper body, and it's good to do strong work in the upper body because it helps us to stabilize this natural forward folding to bring our bodies more upright, keeps our the structures in our abdomen actually with more space. If you think about being rounded and folded forward, it sort of crushes all of the internal organs. And so by giving them a bit more space, they can work a bit better, I believe. So we are going to do another practice with our arms up and down, but in a slightly different way, with the elbows bending this time. So we are taking the hands in front of us, nice taut belt, breathing in to bring the arms up to wherever feels up, breathing out just to settle the shoulders down. And here, instead of bringing the arms to one side or the other, we're going to bend the elbows to bring both arms down towards the shoulders and then breathe in to lengthen up. So from the side, we are bending the elbows as we breathe out and down and breathing in to reach up. We want to keep that tension on the band all of the time. Breathing out as we come down, breathing in as we come up, and nice and firm with the feet into the floor, and making sure that the back of the body is nice and long and not flaring the ribs forward and up. Let us do 2 more of these. Lovely work for that space between the shoulder blades. Very nice. Oh, feels so good. And then releasing the band forward, the arms forward in front of the body, giving yourself a little wriggle and a shimmer. Wonderful stuff. So we can pop our belts to one side and we are going to come up into standing. Let's do a little sit to stand. We can do it with our arms as well, making sure you've got lots of your body on the chair so you feel very firm support, knees over feet, firmness in the belly. We're going to swing the arms forward for a bit of momentum to lift and then lower. That gentle float of the hips up and down. Let's do 3 more of these. 2 more. This time we're going to float and then stand all the way up, opening the arms away from the body, maybe letting the hips come slightly forward, and then float the arms down to the side. Give your shoulders a little shimmer. Fantastic stuff. I've got my weights ready to hand here, but I need to move my chair. So let us do that, because we're going to come to using the space that we've got. Excuse me, and doing some Kati Chakrasana and some chair-based downward dogs as well. So taking your feet nice and wide, a little soft in the knees, but just gently twisting from side to side. Now, all of that effort we've made across the upper back, we're going to try and release it with this movement. So we want the arms to be really loose, the shoulders really relaxed, the elbows soft, the hands relaxed. But in the center of the body, we want to have that strong lift in the belly muscles and strength into the legs and the feet. We're just allowing the body to do whatever it feels good doing. So if the head wants to turn with the movement, that's fine. If you prefer to keep your head more centered, you can. And then we're going to pivot on our toes. A little gentle engagement of the buttocks as well, so we can feel that nice strength in the legs, but also the openness across the hips a little bit. Nice. Add a little bounce in the knees if you'd like to. Bounce and twist, touching the opposite side of your chest in front of you, bending the elbow to touch the opposite side of the rib cage behind you, as high up as your arms naturally allow. And be really focused on this movement, really focused on the inner strength, the grace of the arms, the tapping of the destination of the hands. We're going to bring this back towards center by losing the bounce and then losing the pivot and then centering the head and making the arms go a little bit more quickly, but trying to keep the rest of the body nice and still. So we are really firm through center, and we're just letting the arms do a little bit more loose work here. You can go much faster if you like. You can make it a little stronger in the tapping. If that suits you, please don't bash yourself too much. When you're ready, just releasing back to center slowly, rolling the shoulders forward, up, back and down, taking a moment to stand in this new position. Maybe a deep breath or two to feel the effect of your practice so far. Awesome stuff. Very good. So we are going to do a little bit more strength work with our arms because we've got our lovely weights to hand, and you could easily do this sitting down. So you don't need to be standing up for it at all. It's quite nice to sometimes take other positions. So we're going to just do a series of excuse me, movements with the arms. We're going to start with the palms facing forwards, roll the shoulder blades towards each other, the elbows quite close to the body. Feel that length through the front of the body. And remember, all of these movements can be done without the weights if you prefer. We're going to soften the knees and just bring our weight slightly forward on the feet so we feel the belly muscles really engage here. And we are going to bend the arms at the elbows all the way up towards the shoulders, and then lengthen the arms slowly all the way down to the hips again. Palms are facing forwards, bending all the way up to the shoulders or in that general direction, and all the way down. Try to avoid lengthening the arms to the point of being locked straight, but we do want to have that sense of length. And we can do this with our breath if we like, breathing in as we come up and breathing out as we come down, firm in the belly, firm in that space between the shoulder blades. One more, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to add a movement to this. So I might need a bit more space actually. So we're going to breathe in as we come up. Then we're going to turn the palms to face forwards, and we're going to breathe out as we press the arms up over the head. And then we're going to breathe in back to the center, turn the palms again, and breathe out all the way down. So breathing in to bend up, turn the palms, breathing out to press over the head, breathing in to come back to the shoulder height, turn the palms, breathing out to lengthen down. Breathing in, turn, breathing out to press, breathing in, back to the chest, turn, breathing out to lengthen. Breathing in, turn, breathing out to press, breathing in, turn, breathing out to lengthen. Let's do one more. Breathing in, turn, breathing out to press, breathing in, turn, breathing out to lengthen. Give yourself a moment, just relaxing the effort in the shoulders and arms, rolling the shoulders a few times if that feels comfortable to you. Aces. So we are going to take our arms now nice and wide. Now let's practice without the weights first. So I just want you to have a sense of what this means and the effort that you make in the body without holding weights. Maybe that's enough for you. So we're going to take our arms nice and wide, thinking about stretching into the fingertips, maybe drawing the shoulder blades a little bit towards each other, firm in the belly, a little soft in the knees. We're going to turn one palm up and one palm down, and then do the same to the other side. So we're just rolling from the shoulders. You can feel perhaps a little movement across the front and the back of the shoulders as we move. And here I am being quite centered and quite straight, but you can also do this where you move a little bit more across the chest. And so we're going to do a little bit of that as well. Perhaps looking with the head from side to side. It's almost a little wriggly twist going on. When you're ready, coming back to center, lengthening the hands away from you, floating the arms down to your side, giving the shoulders a little roll, maybe a little shimmer. Aces. So bear in mind what that felt like without weights. Perhaps you want to stick with just having no weights at all. Or you could hold something really light, like a pair of blocks, which is just a tiny touch of extra effort, and build up slowly. So for those who are happy to use their weights, you can pick them up again. For those who prefer to just do another round without, please feel free. We're going to allow our weight to be slightly forward onto the toes, firm in the belly, soft in the knees, and take the arms out to about chest height. Doesn't help to have them higher. So chest height, shoulder height is fine. Turning one palm forwards and one palm backwards, starting with this very centered, very still variation where the shoulders are rotating, but the rest of the body is nice and still. And then if you wish to, you can add that little twist in as well. And that's completely optional. We're holding the weights quite a long way from the body. It is quite tough. When you're ready, you're going to stretch both arms wide and allow the arms to come down. Oh, feels so good when you release for a little wriggle through the shoulders. Awesome sauce. So well done. We're going to put those weights down. And I've had a special request for a practice that we're going to do now with our chairs. And that's why we've got this blanket over the back of the chair. So we are going to combine a little bit of the practice that we're about to do with one weight after this, but we're going to do this practice first. So just checking that the shoulders feel nice and relaxed. We're just easing out with a little bit of movement, and we will stretch out a little bit later as well. So for this practice, we are going to lean onto our forearms on the back of the chair. If that feels very, very high, you can actually put your hands down on your chair seat if you like, or you can use perhaps something a little lower like a tabletop or the back of a sofa. And here we're walking our feet away to a point that feels comfortable. So what we want to do is achieve a slight lengthening of the tailbone backwards and a lift of the belly muscles, and maybe just a sense of open and engaged across the shoulders. Allow your head to be wherever it's comfortable. So if you look too far forward, you're likely to engage the back of the neck and the upper back a little bit too much. So maybe looking gently downwards. We'll start with the feet together and we're going to slide. I'm going to do my left leg. It doesn't matter which one you do, but left leg back so that it's extended behind. Nice and firm. We're trying to do this as much with our centered strength as we can, using the chair for a bit of support. Firm on that slightly bent standing leg. We're going to lift the left leg off the floor and lower down. Firm in the belly as we lift and lower, using a little bit of the effort in the forearms, and lower. We'll do two more. Lift and lower. Doesn't matter how high you get up. One more. Lift and lower. Then we are going to lift the left leg and bend it at the left knee. And we're going to draw the knee in towards the chest and press the foot up behind us. Maybe this time you can lift your head as you do so, bringing the knee into chest and then pressing up behind. Let's do one more of these full movements. And with the leg up behind us, find a more neutral spot for the neck and just pulse. Gentle lifts of that heel and knee behind you, pulsing up. Taking a moment here, we're going to bring the knee into the chest one more time. And then return to that bent knee position up behind us. But this time, turn the left knee to the left. Turn so that the foot is across towards the right side behind you. And then again, gentle lift. Lift up and down. It's only about an inch, maybe a centimeter of gentle lift up and down. Taking maybe 3 or 4 more of these before lengthening your leg, turning the hip down and stepping onto both feet. We're going to put the hands on the back of the chair and walk slightly away. So we find our chair-based down dog, soft knees, sway the hips gently from side to side. Find a little bit of space underneath the arms, maybe turn the head gently from side to side, scooping the belly in, keeping the knees soft. And in your own time, walking forward towards your chair, coming to an upright position, roll the shoulders a few times, shake out the legs. So you might find that you feel that more in your standing leg, the right side that was on the floor, than the side that was turned out or moving. But over time, it will probably balance out so that you feel it equally in both. So we are going to do the same thing, exactly the same thing to the other side. So taking a moment, if you need more of a rest, pause the video, come back, no worries at all. We're placing the forearms down on the chair and walking the feet away to a point where we can feel that we're still able to lengthen the tailbone, maybe slightly behind where the feet are. The feet are together, we're pressing into the forearms. We're going to slide the right leg back this time. Softness in the standing leg knee and firm across the belly. We're lifting the right leg up and lowering down, trying to lift from the hip, lengthen up and lower down. Doesn't matter how high you lift, press into that standing leg, press into the forearms a little bit, keeping the chest nice and open. We're going to do one more. Lift and lower. This time, we're going to press into that left foot to lift the right leg up, bend the right knee, flex the right foot, and then we're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest, and then press the right foot up, maybe lifting the head a little to do that, knee to chest, and pressing out and up, knee to chest, pressing out and up, and we're holding this time, re-establish a nice neutral neck, and we're just pulsing that heel and right leg up, 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 up. Really small movements, pressing down into the left leg, firm in the belly. We'll draw the knee into the chest one more time. And as we press the right heel up behind us, we're going to turn the right knee out to the right side so the foot is pointing towards the left. And then we're lifting up and down, just a little up, just a little down. Little lift, little lower. Nice and firm across the belly muscles, using the forearms for a bit of support. Very nice. When you're ready, you can lengthen your leg and draw it back down to the floor. Oh my word. Let's come onto our hands and step the feet away, nice and soft in the knees for a little sway of the hips from side to side. Or you might prefer just to lengthen one leg and then the other, little turn of the head. Whatever kind of chair-based down dog works for you. When you're ready, standing tall and coming in to standing upright. Hold on to your chair as much as you need to for support. Very good. And feel free to shake out the legs. Roll in the shoulders. It's quite hard work, this chair yoga, isn't it? So we're going to take one of our weights, one weight, or you can do this without any weights or with a block instead if you prefer. And we're going to put together two of the movements that this movement of the legs that we've done, but with a weight as well. So watching, so I can show to you what we're after. So we are going to hold the weight in the left hand, step back into a chair-based downward dog, slide the left foot back and lift the left leg up. And then we're holding on with the right hand, as we gently lengthen the left arm behind us, roll the shoulder blade towards each other, palm faces into the hip, and then we're just bending and stretching that arm so that we get engaged into the back of the arm as we hold warrior 3. So if you want a bit more support, you can come and do it on your forearms, or you can do it on your hands, or you can keep the leg on the floor behind you. We'll do all of those options. Well, we'll do the option that feels best to you as we practice on this side, okay? So hand with the weight, it is the left hand. We're walking the feet away from the chair. If you want to have your forearms on the chair, you can do, so you're a bit closer to the chair, or you can walk back to where you have your hands on the back of the chair. Feet quite close together. Think about softening the knees and taking the tailbone back, keeping the length through the torso. And we're going to slide the left foot back, but leave the left foot on the floor to begin with. Then we're lowering the left arm down, and we are going to lift the left arm back behind us, palm facing towards the body, bending and stretching. Now, if that feels okay, you can try lifting the left leg up as you bend and lengthen this arm on the left side. You don't need to go quickly. I'm aiming to do about 10 of these. Maybe you're doing 3 or 5. When you're ready, left foot down to the floor. We're going to step the left foot in and come up to standing. The right side of the body's been stabilizing, so it will feel like it's been doing work as well. We can swap the weight to the opposite hand. Today, I'm not going to move my chair to the other end of the mat. We're just going to do the same thing to the other side. So weight in the right hand, forearms on the back of the chair, walking the feet away. If you enjoy that extra support of pressing down into your forearms, you can do that. Or you can lengthen so it's the left hand on the chair. We are firming the belly, softening the knees, feet together, and then sliding the right foot back. With the right toes on the floor, lengthen the right arm down, and then draw the right arm to the side of the body, right palm facing the right side. We bend the elbow to bring the weight towards the chest and then lengthen the arm backwards. And if you want to, you can lengthen your right foot off the floor, leg off the floor as you do this. Really firm across the belly muscles. You can do it in a nice steady pace. Just doing as many as feels comfortable, trying not to strain any part of the body, but at the same time, working to a place that maybe feels a bit challenging. We'll do one more. We're going to let the right foot come down, walk the right foot in, and walk up to standing. Release all of the equipment. Actually, we'll keep hold of the bands, but place the weights to one side for sure. Just give yourself a little wriggle through the shoulders. Oh, feels good, doesn't it? And we are going to do one last practice on our chairs before we come to sitting on them, because we definitely need to sit down and relax today. So what we are going to do is just lean onto our chair seats with one arm so that we can dangle the other arm, and it's got plenty of space between our arm and the seat. So we want to lengthen in the back of the body, dangle this arm, this is my left arm towards the floor, and then make any movements that feel good. So perhaps it's a little roll of the shoulders or a little circling of that arm in relation to the floor. A bit like a perpetual motion. We can circle the opposite way as well, which is really nice. This just softens the back of the shoulder. Very nice little bit of traction across the shoulder joint. When you're ready, you can bend your knees deeply to stand up. We'll take a deep breath in and stretch the body out. And release back. Same thing on the other side. So we're supporting with our left hand now on the chair, and releasing the other hand down. A little firm and lift in the belly muscles. You can do any sort of wriggly motions across the shoulders that feel good, and then perhaps a little gentle stir. Soft in the knees, maybe extending through the tailbone at the same time. Try not to round through your low back if it doesn't feel helpful to do that. I have to remind myself. We're going the opposite direction as well. Lovely dangling sensation across the shoulder to really soften the effort. And then when you're ready, bending the knees deeply to stand tall. We breathe in to take the arms wide, opening the front of the body, breathing out to come back to center. We are going to come down to sitting on our chairs now. And I'm just popping a little block underneath my feet, which I will use for relaxation. We've got our belts here. So you can use your stretchy belt if you'd like to. And we're going to take the arms behind the body. So let's start with the belt over the left shoulder. And we're going to take the right hand behind the body and slide the back of the right hand up to wherever feels comfortable, maybe between the shoulder blades. Maybe you catch hold of your belt if you know that it won't work to lift your left arm up. Take it back and then bend at the elbows to draw the fingertips together, draw the hands together, or hold onto your belt, whichever of these feels good. We don't want to strain the body or force the body in any way. So if your left arm doesn't like to bend so much here, you can actually hold the back of your head, press the back of the head into the hand, and still think about lengthening that right hand up the back. At the same time, we can do any movements that feel good here, maybe a little twisting or side bending, just small movements to wriggle. And then when you're ready, coming back to center, releasing the arms up and down, coming back to the sides of the body, releasing down, giving your shoulders a little roll. Same thing on the other side. So we're taking the back of the left hand and sliding it up to that space between the shoulder blades, reaching the right arm up, bending at the elbow to either bring the hands together, hold onto the belt if you like to, or you can take the back of the right hand to the back of the head, press the head back. That keeps this space nice and open. And then with the arms in this position, in any of those positions, we can make any movements that feel good. You can just hold stillness if you like. It's not a problem at all. Nice and open, and then gently releasing the arms up and down, floating them down to the side. Ooh, I've lost my belt. I'm going to put that to one side anyway, as we are finished with that for today. We'll take one last movement of taking the arms across the body to hold onto the shoulders. I've got my right arm on top of my left arm here. It doesn't matter because we'll do both. Taking a few deeper breaths, maybe with the chin towards the chest. When you're ready, you can gently open the arms and then open the arms really far back, maybe lifting the chin, and then cross the arms the opposite way, left over right, holding onto your shoulders. Let your arms be heavy onto your chest. Maybe your chin is gently dipped towards the chest. Maybe it's upright. Take a couple of deep breaths. When you're ready, you can sit tall and reach the arms out to the side again, maybe holding onto the chair back behind you or the chair seat if you're able to, looking up at a point that feels comfortable for the neck. Maybe it is only forward, and that's fine too. Opening the chest for a moment. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Gently ease back to center. Relax the arms to the side. Any movements of the shoulders that feel good. And we're getting ready for our relaxation. So if you do have a scarf, I actually don't have one to hand, which is quite unusual for me. But if you do have a scarf, I would After moving the neck and shoulders so much, I would always have a little comfort and warmth around the neck, just to make sure that the muscles felt at ease. They cool down slowly after all the fat work. Settle yourself back into your seat. Allow your feet to be supported if they need to be. Feel the back of the body easing into the chair. If you're able to recline on a sofa or on a bed where the back of the head is also supported, even better. Here we take a moment to close our eyes and make any last final movements that feel good. Maybe a roll of the wrists or the ankles, maybe a stretch of the legs, maybe a gentle turn of the head from side to side. When you're ready to come back to center, you can bring your body to stillness, gently closing the eyes. Feel how your body feels in this moment. Just after our practice, before the relaxation, feel the effort in the body, the areas that feel that they've been used, worked, challenged, strengthened, warmed, released. Make a note of those sensations. Then taking a deep breath in, sigh out through the mouth. And repeat 2 more times. A deep breath in. Let all the effort of practice go. A deep breath in, surrendering back and down. Allow your breath to fall back into its natural rhythm, falling into quietness. Take your awareness into your forehead. Feel it soften. Feel the area between the eyebrows separating, spreading. The area around the eyes releasing. The mouth, tongue, and jaw relaxing. Take your awareness to the top of your head. Imagine somebody is gently pouring a warm oil or liquid of some kind onto the top of your head. It's warm, it's nurturing. There's a touch of heaviness to it. So you feel the contact between you and this viscous liquid. It could be honey, perhaps. It's maybe a good example of viscous liquids. And as the mixture, the liquid spreads out, it brings its warmth and its sense of softened release to every part of the body it touches. The whole of the crown of the head. It comes down over the forehead, sides of the head, and the back of the head. It comes down across the neck, the sides of the neck, and the throat. Softening, warming, restoring, releasing. Feel that liquid fall across the shoulders and down the arms, across the elbows and wrists, across the hands and fingers. The whole of the whole of the arms and shoulders and hands, feeling softened and released and relaxed. Allow this sensation to move across the chest, the upper back, the sides of the rib cage, the space underneath the ribs, the abdomen, the waist, the middle and low back. Feel the whole of the torso softening, warmed, releasing, relaxing. Allow this sensation to go over the hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the groin, down the legs, across the knees, the ankles, to the feet, the soles of the feet, and the toes. Allow the legs, the hips and pelvis, the feet, to feel that warm heaviness, releasing, relaxing, softening down. Allow the whole body to surrender back and down, relaxing a little deeper with every exhalation. Gently begin to deepen your breath, bringing your awareness back to your hands and your feet, maybe moving the fingers, the toes, rolling the wrists and the ankles. As we take a stretch through the body and a deeper breath in, imagine yourself easing out of that sense of heavy softness and into a place of lightness. Oh. Maybe yawning. Moving in any way that feels good, maybe a gentle turn of the head from side to side. When you're ready, you can rest your hands across your heart or in your lap as you choose. Maybe take your chin gently towards your chest. Today we have worked with this sense of nurture, compassion, and love and kindness. Remember that this energy is within you always, even when we perhaps don't have it at the forefront of our minds. Trust your instincts and allow your kindness and compassion to touch those around you in the week ahead, or perhaps, as I say, the environment around you. When you're ready, give yourself a soft smile, raising your head, opening your eyes. Thank you so much for joining in this practice. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know it was very strong today, so do take care over the next few days. Keep everything moving. Remember to have a nice warm bath or shower to soften any soreness across your muscles. And I'll see you again next time. Namaste.